land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim.
During the filming of today's music theory mastery video, an incredible thing happened. Just to quickly set the scene, I am pretty good at music theory and teaching and that kind of thing. It's my passion for my career, but I am also dreadful at millions of other things. General thinking and stringing sentences together sometimes, for example. And yet, midway through recording, this happened. Oh no, we hadn't done it. No.
Are we not?
Yeah, no, we haven't done it. Yeah. How high? How high? That's the first time I've been right today. Because I've messed up everything else. All right. See what I mean? Amazing. Anyway, on with the show. Hello, Positively Presto people. Mr. Jones with Jenny again.
Hello.
Okay, so we've just recorded Colours of the Wind. It was gorgeous. We should do a theory breakdown of it. This piece is in the key of D flat. So in order to analyze this, you really need to be super comfy with all of your key signatures, of course, and make sure you've studied the cyclofifths. And also, in order to be able to understand what we're doing, make sure that you have covered functional harmony. If you haven't done functional harmony, be sure to check out our MTM, our Music Theory Mastery course. Right now, if you click the link below, you can even get free access to the MTM, Music Theory Mastery intro modules, and a free bonus composition module. Just click the link below and we'll show you how we make music theory easy for all. Okay, key of D flat major. 5 flat, so we'd have chord 1 is D flat, of course, 2 is E flat minor, 3 chord 4 is G flat, chord 5 is A flat, chord 6 is B flat minor, and as you'll find out in MTM, chord 7 in a major key, very rarely used. Again, we'll learn that in MTM. Okay, so the piece, beautiful. Jenny, tell us a little bit about Colours of the Wind.
It's from Pocahontas, and it's the most gorgeous story. If you've not seen Pocahontas, please watch Pocahontas, because it's just beautiful. It's beautiful.
It is. It's fun.
Basically the story of, well, Avatar.
Yeah.
But before Avatar.
Yeah. Good shout.
Yeah.
And written by Alan Menken and Stephen Schwartz. Yes, that's Stephen Schwartz. So from the beginning, chord 1. That nice theme is based on chord 1 going to chord 1 again still, but using the second of the scale in there as well. And then down to chord 6, but using the same theme, which repeats. And then...
Do you want me to sing? You think you own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim.
Chord 3.
But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name.
We'll pause there one moment. So after 1, 6, chord 1, chord 6 to 3, the chords we said we didn't use very much. We have chord 6, and then 6 over that in the bass. What's happening is we have, you can ignore in the theory there where it says D flat 6 over A flat. It's just reinterpreting. There's different ways in which we can analyze chords. So for example, if I play that, that's a chord of C. But if I put an A in the bass, all of a sudden now I've got A minor 7, because I've got A minor with the 7th. And also C6 is also the same chord as A minor 7, as you can see. So that's how the music software sometimes reinterprets chords. So we had the chord 6 over the flattened 7th of that chord, which would give us B flat minor 7. But if we play the same thing here and put the A flat there, that's why it's reinterpreting it for us. And then we have chord 4 and then chord 1 in first inversion. This is still chord 1, chord of D flat, but in first inversion. Can we go again from the beginning? Is that okay? From the beginning? Yeah?
can claim. But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name.
So the way that end section rounded off, we had that chord 6 over the 7th, going to chord 4, going to chord 1 in first inversion, chord 2, and then this beautiful chord. This is effectively chord 5, but it's chord 5 with the 7th in there, and the 9th, and the 11th. And you can see that the software interprets that as A flat 9 and the suspended 4th. But effectively what we've got there is the 7th, 9th and 11th. That is A flat 11. Or A flat 9 sus4. But that also is a typical voicing, a familiar voicing of what 11 chords sound like when they are used in their common form, which is that I'm basically playing a chord of G flat with an A flat in the bass. And as you can see there, G flat is a tone below the A flat, the note that's in the bass. G flat, the root note, is a tone below the A flat, the bass note. So in order to play an 11 chord, we can simply play the major triad of the tone below the bass note, A flat 11. And then we finish with chord 6. So that gives us an interrupted cadence. If you are unfamiliar with the cadences, again, you'll see that in MTM, but basically that chord sequence went chord 2, chord 5, chord 6, which is an interrupted cadence, as I say, and then we have back to the beginning, second verse.
Oh, hang on, lyrics, second verse. We've just recorded this. Play it so pretty.
I didn't play it pretty whilst we recorded it. 94 takes.
Well, plus a few more.
I just have that much fun. My brain times out, and then I forget where I'm up to. And
I've forgotten the lyrics.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. That's okay. So the second verse does the same thing, but it finishes on chord 1. Have you
ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon, or asked the grinning bobcat why he grinned? Can you sing with all the voices of the mountain? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
That middle section was chord 6, which is the B flat minor, down to chord 3, to 4, to 6, to 3. And the reason that works so nicely is because we have that transition 6 down to 3, which effectively gives us a plagal cadence going to chord 3. Plagal being chord 4 to chord 1. In the same way as secondary dominants, again, if you're unsure, CMTM, in the same way that secondary dominants act whereby you have chord 5 acting, if you have any other chord other than 5 acting as chord 5. So for example, if I was in the key of C, and then I do, I've just played E7, or now I have E7, which isn't chord 5, but if I then go to chord A minor, then that E7 is acting as 5/7 of the new one. That is the secondary dominant to that chord. And in the same way, in what we've just done, in the middle section, the chorus of Colours of the Wind, we've gone from B flat minor to F minor, and that B flat minor to F minor is acting as a 4/1 if it were in F minor. That's the plagal cadence, chord 4 to chord 1. In a minor key, as it would be here, because you're going to the F minor. And then it pulls back up to the chord 4 of the key that we are in. So we've got... Can you sing through what the words?
Which bit?
Have you ever?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah. Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon, or asked the grinning
And so as we go through that section, we have that cycling around of 6 to 3 to 4, 6 to 3 to 4, and then ultimately we have that chord 2, chord 5, chord 1. Next exciting bit in the middle section, yes, of course it goes back to the verse and we've got another chorus, but now middle section of the wind, and then how
We've just done it.
Have we?
Yeah, how high did we?
Oh yeah, so I'm singing. You see, perfect example. I'm singing the wrong part of the song there in the bit. So we've just done that bit.
Haven't we?
Yeah.
Am I going mad?
Yeah.
Madder.
So let's now do. Oh no, we hadn't done it. No.
Are we not?
Yeah, no, we haven't done it. Yeah. How high? How high? That's the first time I've been right today. Because I've messed up everything else. All right. How high?
Yeah, so we skipped
ready?
the 7th verse.
We sing this together. Yeah. Sorry, yes, that's sorry. Ready? Here we go. How high? Ready? 3, 4.
How high does the sycamore...
That's not right, is it? Oh no, yeah. How high?
Am I right? Are you right?
How high? Now we're right. There we go. Yeah.
Okay. My fault. Probably my fault.
Middle section. There'll be an edit there. Now I know what chord we're starting on. How high? Ready?
How high?
Here we go. And
how high does the sycamore grow? If you cut it down, then you'll never know.
So really, really tasty chords there. We're going from chord 3 to 4 to 3 to 6. So that 3, 4, 3 gives us that little bit of movement as if we're unsure, and then it settles on 6, and then we have a chord flat 7. Really powerful chord. So chord flat 7, if you're in the key of C, the 7th note is B. If I play chord flat 7, I've got chord B flat. Chord flat 7 can be used as a very dynamic, powerful sound. It's a borrowed chord from the parallel minor. If you think of C major, so B flat isn't in that scale, but think now of the scale of B flat, sorry, think of the scale of C minor, the pure minor version there. So think of the scale of C minor, pure version. And you can see that the 7th note of that chord, of that scale, is B flat. So that B flat chord is taken from the parallel minor. The parallel minor of any major scale is the minor scale that starts on the same note. So we were in the key of D flat, and what we've done is we've taken a chord of B, which is that flat 7. And can we go from the how high will the sycamore bit go? Ready? Ready? And
how high does the sycamore grow? If you cut it down, then you'll never know.
Beautiful, thank you. And that little chord sequence there was when I got to that chord of flat 7. It then finished here, that little section finished here, where I've got a chord 1, but over the 5th in the bass. And what that does is it gives us a destabilized chord 1, because it's chord 1, but it sounds weaker because of this in the left. It's very, very common chord sequence, because what's happening here is the bass note is acting as 5 and the top part is acting as 1. So you've got this pushing and pulling going on. It sounds like it's settled, and it sounds very unsettled. It sounds highly unfinished in the left. And this resolves more often than not to chord 5. So you've got 1 over the 5th. So this is referred to as 1C, because it's chord 1, but in second inversion. 1C to 5. and then that A flat 11 chord again. And that's how that little bit works. So that section was going from chord 3 to 4, 3 to 6, flat 7, 1 C, 5, 5, 11, 5. And then we have the chorus, and that's the end of the song. Massive thanks to Jenny for joining us today. And we will post the video of the full version below. Hope you enjoy that. If you've got any questions at all on how to analyze songs so that you can learn more about your favorite songs, give us a shout. Perhaps even give us a suggestion as what we should try next. Ooh. That'd be good. Answers below. Thanks, Jenny. Thank you very much. Take care. See you soon.
Bye.